Was that threat made against one school in particular or multiple schools?
So as far as I know, the threat was more just general. It was not to a specific school.
What exactly is the threat? We keep saying a credible threat. What info can you give about that?
All I know right now is that the threat is credible. I don't know any specifics about the threat or how it was to be carried out or any specifics.
Was it made specifically toward Columbine? Because all the other after-school activities seem to be okay except for this one school.
Yeah, the threat was not specific to a certain school.
Was it specific to to schools in general, or just it was a general threat?
I believe it to be a general threat to schools, not a specific school.
Current status as we stand here right now is what?
Current status is all the schools were let out on time. All the after-school activities were held as regularly scheduled. Other than Columbine High School, the after-school activities were canceled.
Can you talk about increased security?
During the release times of the schools that were placed on lockout, there was an increased presence of security.
And how long will there be increased security at these schools?
I believe until all the students have been released.
Has this person been on law enforcement's radar prior to this threat?
I don't know if this person's been on law enforcement's radar. This is an FBI investigation that is just occurring in Jefferson County.
So the FBI was made aware of this threat and then told you, and then you came and provided security to the schools. Can you just kind of give us that breakdown?
Yeah, so at about 11 o'clock our agency was notified about this FBI investigation. At about 12:15 is when about 24 schools were placed on lockout.
Just in general, how concerning is this given what we know about this woman?
Well, we're always concerned about any sort of threats made to any sort of schools, and we handle them appropriately.
All right, and I mean, it seemed like because it's a lockout, everything went on within the schools, everybody's let out, nobody was hurt, nobody was injured. To the best of your knowledge, did this person ever get near a school?
I don't know if they ever got near a school, and yes, it was just lockout, so all the schools' exterior doors were locked. All business inside carried on as usual, and then they were all let out on time.
How did the suspect make the threat?
I don't know. That's probably part of the FBI investigation.
It seemed to start here in Jefferson County, and then kind of, because the FBI was involved, that it almost kind of ripple affected. The Department of Education asked for schools to be released and things like that. Is that because we don't know where this person is?
So as far as how many schools this affects, that's more related to the FBI investigation. That's information I don't have.
When we say she's armed with what?
I don't have any specifics. Armed with weapon.
So gun, knife, we don't know.
I don't have that specific, yeah.
How do you deem a threat credible? How do you determine if this person is really dangerous?
So again, it's an FBI investigation. So they're the ones that are deeming her to be a threat.
Will there be increased security while we still don't know where the suspect may be?
If it's a needed step, there will be increased security at the schools.
So possibility for tomorrow as well, just in case?
It's a possibility, yes.
So Mike, the FBI's investigating her, and then she just decides to threaten the schools. I mean, what's the connection?
I don't know I don't know the connection. It's an FBI investigation. They just alerted it to us today.
So this woman is still out there, considered armed and dangerous. Schools have been let out. All the after-school activities, except for this one, are still going on as planned. Mm-hmm. And you guys are just looking for her along with the FBI?
Yeah, so we've put out pictures for both Twitter and Facebook. If people take a look at those pictures, if you see her or notice her, please call us or the FBI tip line right away.
Was there any specific reason why it started here? If it was made against schools in general, why were you guys the first ones to go on lockout and release, and then everybody else followed?
Oh, because she was last seen in the foothills of Jefferson County.
Do you know if she has any connection to this area or any of these schools?
I don't know if she has any connection to this area.
When you say she was last seen in the foothills, when was that?
I don't know what time. It was
Today, yesterday, a week ago?
It was earlier today that she was last seen in the foothills of Jefferson County.
And who last saw her in the foothills, and how did they see her?
I don't know who last saw her. That's probably part of the FBI investigation.
Do you have a closer location? Because foothills is a very generic answer.
Yeah, foothills is the best location I have. That's why the schools that were placed on lockout, the 24 schools that were placed on lockout, they were in the mountains areas and then down here around Columbine.
Do we know why the FBI is interested in her? Why are they investigating her?
I don't know why the FBI is investigating them.
To be clear, they're investigating her before all of this, correct?
I don't know how long they've been investigating her. That's their investigation.
The reason this school kept all after-school activities and things like that canceled because of the sensitive nature of this week?
I'm not sure why the after-school activities at Columbine High School were canceled. That's a call made by the school district.
Anything else we didn't ask you'd like to get out there?
No, if anyone sees her, she is considered armed and dangerous. Please don't approach her. Just call law enforcement and let us know right away.
And then if we can get that date of birth at any point.
I'll see if I can figure out the date of birth.
Thank you very much.
And if I can find it, we'll put it out on Twitter.